The biggest event in 2024 is to get married, which means I have to go back two families every New Year. One south and one north, a big city and a small town, and experience two different ways of celebrating the New Year makes me look forward to it.
Everyone knows Shanghai is a big and charming city, but spending New Year in Shanghai is not that excited for me, because Shanghai has lots of people from other cities. During the New Year, most of them were back home. Therefore, our city is just like an empty city, which is less lively than a small city or town. Children in Shanghai grew up in a small family, like me, who don't have any siblings or many relatives. So during the New Year, we just merely get the whole family together for a meal. But comparing to a small city or town, they have more family members, so that they not only union the whole family members to have the meal during the New Year, but also they will visit each relatives to pay a New Year call.
Theodore's home is in the north. His family has a big yard, which is exactly the old age life I yearn for, so that I can grow up my own vegetables and flowers. Now, because of the prototype of the house has just been completed, and few people take care of it, that's the reason I will buy more flowers when we come back, which we can slowly let the garden take shape, and we hope in a few years the garden will blossom. As soon as we go home, we begin to decorate the house, like hang out colored lights and lanterns, and paste the blessing character. We have to hurry up to the fair and buy what we need for the New Year. As a child of the city, I'm really excited to experience my first time to the fair.
The fair is a traditional folk trade activity with a long history. It originated from people's demand for material exchange. As society developed and population gathered, it gradually formed the custom of centralized trading at fixed time and place. In the market, you can buy basic daily necessities and food. And during the spring festivals, residents of nearby towns and villagers will go to the market to buy food, spring festival couplets, and other autumners. Also in some places, dragon line dancers will also be performed in the market.
This is a song that has long disappeared in the city. I remember when I was young, around 6 years old, I could easily see popcorn machines on the streets of Shanghai. I did not expect that I could experience the joy of childhood here.
微信收看10天。
February 28th is the beginning of the new year. We call it New Year's Eve. It's one of the most important traditional festivals in China, and it also is the last night of the lunar year. On New Year's Eve, no matter where you are, you have to rush back to be with your families. But think back to my studying abroad time. I could not back to home. So normally I will cook Chinese food with my friends to ease my homesickness. Well, I wish all the people who cannot back to home will be reunion with their families in the next spring festivals.
Dumplings are one of the traditional Chinese foods and the most important staple food for the New Year's Eve dinner in northern China. Because the shape of dumplings is similar to the ancient gold ingots, which means wealth and good luck. Therefore, people are often eating dumplings during important festivals, such as the Spring Festival, symbolizing say goodbye to the end of old year and welcome the beginning of the new year. Unlike foreign dumpling fillings, which are more cheese, our dumplings are mainly pork and vegetables. Don't you guys think cooking with firewood is primitive? Actually, the food that comes out of this fire is much more flavorful. If you don't buy my words, come to try it.
New Year's Eve is not just about eating dumplings. How can we forget fireworks? In big cities, for the sake of environment and fire problems, we prohibit fireworks. But in some small cities or towns, firecrackers and fireworks are set off all night from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. Don't ask me how I know it.
新年快乐！干杯！
After eating dumplings in North, I will show you guys the southern style of New Year's food, the rice cake. Eating rice cake is because of the homophony of it, which means that people's living standard, careers, and studies can be promoted step by step in the new year.
1、2、3，在此祝大家蛇年大吉，福满星辰。